Knowledge is power. You need to start investing more with the things that you learn. And basically what I'm saying is that knowledge is going to be the thing that takes you the furthest in life, in anything. In relationships, jobs, business, social media, even like activities that are on the more fun side, like going to the gym, playing a sport, traveling. Knowledge is going to be your best friend, so you need to treat it like that. Start investing more into your knowledge, and I promise you it's going to be like so much better for you. Think about it, like if you, I'm trying to think of an analogy. All right, think about it like this: you're booking a trip to like a different country, right? What would help you get around that different country? A new language, because that new language is going to be able to help you communicate with other people, which then can help you get around the country. So if you need to know where to stay, what's fun to do around there, what to eat, where's a beach, where's a mountain to go hiking, where's a cliff to go cliff jumping, a language would take you far in that situation. And then I'm going to give a more like, I'm trying to think. I'm going to give you more of like a niche down subject that might not be so popular, but like let's say flipping, for example. If you want to learn a backflip, you have to have the knowledge to understand what you're doing to be able to do it. So I feel like knowledge, it's kind of underrated in a sense, because school, especially in American schools are just, I don't think the education system is that great. It really just isn't, especially when you compare them to like foreign countries. They're just usually much smarter. They know more than we do. And I feel like that's just a fact at this point. I'm not saying Americans are stupid, but our school system is just not the best. So knowledge kind of gets underrated in my opinion, in America at least, because we're associating that with school. But I don't think that's like the real knowledge. I mean, knowledge is anything that you learn, right? But you're not learning a type of knowledge from school. Let me rephrase that. Then the knowledge from school isn't really going to be as helpful to you as certain things you can learn on your own. So like, yes, American schools have language classes. Like they have a Spanish class, they have French, they have all that. But sometimes they aren't the best, and you could probably learn more on your own, to be completely honest. Like in my school, I didn't take Spanish. Right now, I'm kind of like learning it on my own through like apps and stuff and just talking to like people. But when I talk to people from my school, their Spanish classes all run off of Duolingo. And I've tried Duolingo, and it does not work. At least it didn't work for me. I learned more in a few days off of a language transfer app than I did off of Duolingo. Because basically just a video game. It doesn't really, yes, it teaches you words, but it doesn't do it in a way to where you're going to remember it or be able to use it in sentences. So it doesn't really help. Some people might. For me, it didn't, and I know a lot of other people that doesn't either. But literally, I learned more in a language transfer app. Literally, it's called language transfer, in like a few days than I did on a week or two of Duolingo, because it just doesn't help. And our Spanish class was completely run off of Duolingo, pretty much. I'm sure. I mean, I wasn't in the class, so I don't 100% know, but that's what I'm just going by what I hear. But like that, so there's things you learn outside of school that are probably just way more beneficial, or you could just look them up on the internet. You literally have a basically like encyclopedia in your hand all the time. Just look it up. Obviously, you got to be careful what you look up because not everything is true, but at least you can now start learning stuff that really is going to help you in life. I still don't know where to find X. X is still gone. X is still missing. I don't know where it went. And I'm very glad I am not a math person because that is some boring shit right there. But no, knowledge is power. Knowledge is what's going to help you get the furthest in life, in literally anything that you do. Relationships, business, chasing your dreams, learning a new sport, activity, anything. That's what's going to help you the most. So just start treating knowledge as like a number one priority, and that's what I personally feel like would help you the most in life, get around and everything. And I feel like you'll feel more like complete and useful because the more knowledge you have and the smarter you are, the more people will tend to listen to you. Like, especially if they know you're smart, people listen. They stop and they will listen to you no matter what you have to say. And it's not even just good for that, it's good for yourself too, because the lack of knowledge is what holds a lot of people back from doing certain things that they want to do. If I do want to get around a different country that speaks a whole language I do not understand, if I learn that language and I could speak it at least to a certain point where I can understand what they're saying, that's going to help me so much with traveling to different countries because I can now communicate with the people around me. I can get to places because I can communicate with people around me, and they'll know that place more than me, obviously. So that will really help me in the long run. So learning a new language would be very beneficial for me. And then if you're in a sport, let's say you play basketball, you learn how to shoot the ball. If you never learn, then it makes it really hard to get good at it. So knowledge will really be like that first stepping stone into like anything that's really going to help you a lot. And like it's in like relationships, like think about it. You date somebody, it doesn't work out. What happens? You learn from your mistakes, you learn from theirs. And what does that contribute to? Knowledge. So knowledge really is going to help you a lot. Even in religion, how do you learn more about God? You read the Bible. When you read the Bible, what are you doing? When you study the Bible, what are you doing? You're learning more about the religion, which then contributes back to knowledge. So literally knowledge is the platform for pretty much anything in life. And you need to start treating it that way, because you start investing more in your knowledge, every aspect else of your life is going to start to like flourish. Think about it. You go to the gym, what do you have to do? You have to learn how to use certain machines, dumbbells, barbells, what to do to hit a certain muscle group. And then what is that going to do? That's going to help you get more fit. It's going to help you look better. It's going to help you feel better. And why? Because all you did was took a little bit of time out of your day to learn how to live properly. New relationship, learn from your mistakes, or just go out and give it a shot if it's your first time and learn through the process. But all of it will always contribute back to knowledge. So knowledge really is like a power tool. The more you know, the more you can do, and the more you're free. So think of it like this, like if you lack a lot in knowledge, right now you're in a box and it's like there's like a lock on it. The more knowledge you learn, the more times that box gets unlocked. And what I'm saying is, it's like, this is like I'm not saying to unlock, but if you're in a box and let's say you want to travel, learn a new language, but you don't know that language. Right now, you're locked. But the moment you learn that new language, the box gets unlocked. So now you're free to do that stuff you want to do. And you can still travel, obviously, and not know a language, but I'm just saying it makes the process easier and it makes it more enjoyable. And then you feel smarter because you just learn a whole new language. And A huge majority of the population can't even do that. So really just start treating knowledge like a power tool. Use it in every aspect of your life. Your life really will benefit from it. I don't see you losing anything from gaining more knowledge. If anything, gain as much knowledge as you possibly want. And on top of that, once you get out of like school and stuff, or even if you're still in it, just study things that like you actually care about, that you think is going to benefit you more. If you want to become a salesman, learn about sales. Want to become a marketer, learn about marketing. Real estate, learn about real estate. Anything that's going to benefit what you want to do. Use the knowledge for that specific subject and then learn about it. And then really will help you in every aspect of your life. So I say just start learning more, dude. Like just learn more on your own. You don't need school. Just, especially nowadays, you literally can just look up anything on the internet. But yeah, knowledge is power. So just treat it that way. Start learning more, and I promise you, you really you're gonna see the benefits, and you'll probably fall in love with the process of learning, and then you won't be so scared of making mistakes. So you benefit everything out of gaining more knowledge. And like I said, it doesn't have to be in a boring subject. Knowledge can be in fun stuff too, like sports and all that. You got to learn something to get good at it. So learn it, practice, and get good. Other than that, life isn't too short to make a change.